많이 이거를. 예. 이놈 많이 이거를. 예. 거의. 야만 많이. 아,
Is it live, yeah? It's live, I think it's live. Boys and girls, please write W in the chat if you can hear me. I believe we are live, but please write W in the chat if you can hear me, just so I can confirm it's working.
W in the chat. L's in the chat. F in the chat. What's F in the chat?
Boys and girls, I believe we are live. I'm seeing some W's, very good. Tomorrow is paper 1. Wow, wow, wow. How was bio paper 1? How was bio paper 1? Let me know in the chat. I heard there was something about geese or this or something like that. It's very hard questions. Was the geese question hard? I think it was quite easy. I saw it. It wasn't that bad, to be honest. But the vape one and the smoking one, fair enough. I think that was quite a hard question. I think that was quite hard. Very good. AQA triple was hard, bro. It was horror. No easy. Lots of mixed opinions. Fair enough. Okay, guys, what's the plan for tonight? The plan for tonight is this YouTube live stream. This is the YouTube live. We are going to be going through the higher content on this YouTube live stream. However, the foundation live stream we're going to be doing on TikTok. If the admins can post the link to the TikTok live in the comment and pin it, that would probably be useful because not everyone has TikTok. So you can watch it on your desktop, you can watch it on your phone. The TikTok live is going to be going through foundation content, but this YouTube live is going to be going through higher content. So this is going to be applicable for mainly Edexcel and AQA because they have non-calculated tomorrow. So we've predicted the topics that are going to come up. For OCR, it's a calculator paper. If you're OCR, you can still watch, to be honest, but the predictions are going to be mainly tailored towards AQA and Edexcel. So apologies for that. It's up to you, OCR guys, what you want to do, but that's how we usually do the lives. So does that make sense, guys? Yeah. So foundation, click the link. Click the link in the chat. This is where you're going to be going for the foundation live stream predicted topics. But this YouTube live is going to be for the higher. Guys, we're ready to start. We're ready to start. But guys, we put a little effort into this live stream. Help the algorithm. Click like on the video. Let us get to 1K likes before we start. We're going to start really soon though because there's not enough time to cover all these topics. Get us 1K likes, boys and girls, and we'll be ready to start. And give me 1 second as well. Hit the 1K likes for us. Help us for the algorithm. Thank you so much. And give me 1 second. Okay. Guys, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell some friends, tell some families. Don't be gatekeepers. This is a very important exam, right? You don't want your friends to be crying. You want to be passing together. You want to be happy together, not sad. Come on. Okay. I'm going to mute myself. Okay guys, I'm ready. I don't know about you guys, so if we're ready, I think we should start. Hit 1K likes for us guys. We put a lot of effort into this. This is a free live stream. We're not charging anyone for anything. So hit the like button for us. Subscribe as well. we're doing these live streams for all sciences. Yep, all sciences and all maths papers. We're doing the night before live stream for every single exam. Okay, free of charge. So subscribe as well, so you can get a notice on the different times we're going to do. So there might be time changes. Subscribe and like the video. I've been put a poll if you can for the if they've liked and subscribed. So this is going to be very important, because even though it's the night before for every exam, it might be 7 p.m, it might be 8:30 p.m. We don't know exactly when it's going to be. So that will be in your benefit if you subscribe to us. And let us hit 100K this year, man. We've tried to hit 100K so many years, we haven't hit it. This year might be the year. This year might be the year. Okay, I think we'll start. Because it's going to get too late. Okay, boys and girls, let us begin. Put it on subscribers only. As soon as the chat is on slow mode, we're gonna begin. So guys, lock in, get a pen, get a paper, and get ready to start. How are we gonna start? We're gonna go through lots of topics, lots of predicted topics for this paper one. So you're not gonna write detailed notes at all. You're gonna write very brief notes. Very brief notes is mainly gonna be for understanding, okay? So I'm gonna go through lots of different topics. Don't try to write everything that I'm writing down. That is a very silly way to use this live. The main way you're going to use this live is for a confidence booster. I'm going to do the walkthroughs though, so try to remember and try to understand what I'm doing. Really lock in with your brain. Don't worry too much about your hands, okay? Lock in with your brain, don't worry too much about your hands, but if you can, at least write the topic name, okay? So circle theorems, brief notes. Next topic, brief notes. Next topic, brief notes. That's how you want to do this, okay? Is it on, yeah? Slow mode?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let us begin. First topic, guys, write this down. First topic is ratio fractions problem 2. This is the hard type of ratio question that might come up that we're predicting. Again, this is the higher live stream, foundation live stream. Go to TikTok. It's in the chat. It's pinned in the comment. Go to that live stream if you're foundation. This is for higher, AQA and Edexcel. Okay. So what is ratio and fractions problem 2? So these are ratio questions. I'm assuming you know how to do basic ratio questions. However, if you have a ratio question like this, where it says A to B is 2 to 3 in one fraction, in one ratio, sorry, and they have a separate ratio, B to C is 5 to 4. They say find A to B to C, okay? How do you do this question? Okay, you're gonna find what's in common between both the fractions. Guys, if you already know the answer, write it in the chat for me. If you already know the answer, write it in the chat for me. In fact, it's better if you know the answer, fight me with how quick you can get the answer. What's in common? B is in common. Okay, so what we're gonna do to B, make it the same. What's the lowest common multiple between 3 and 5? 15. So I'm going to times this by 5. I'm gonna times this by 3. And what do I get? I get 15. But if I times that by 5, I have to times that by 5. A by 5, I get 10. If I times that by 3 and get 15, I have to times 4 by 3 and get 12. I've made B's the same now. So now I can write the overall ratio A to B to C. When B is 15, A is 10, and C is 12. There you go. Ratio fraction problems 2, done, okay? This is what you're gonna get. Everyone's getting the same answer as me. Easy, good. If you're saying easy, that's good. That's how you wanna feel the night before the exam. Okay, so good, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Moderators, are they all being behaved, yeah? Nothing crazy today. Nothing crazy today, yeah? Hopefully nothing crazy today. I think they're very behaved this year, it sounds like. So that's a good thing, alhamdulillah. Okay, next topic. Okay, sorry, no. We're still on ratio fractions problem 2, but this is a very AQA type of question they might give. So it says Alvin writes down 3 numbers, D, E, and F, and then they've got this equation, D equals 3E, E equals 4F. Find D to F. Okay, so how are we going to do this? So if D equals 3E and E equals 4F, D is here, F is here. Guys, write the answer if you already know this, by the way, yeah? Write the answer if you already know this. If D is here and F is there, the thing in common again is that E. Okay, so what could I do to this second fraction? I could times this second equation or second equation by 3 to match this 3E. Okay, so if I times this by 3 and I times this by 3, what do I get? 3E equals 12F. So look, I've made that 3E in the second equation again. So I can now say that D equals 12F. If D equals 12F, what is the final ratio D to F? So this is where lots of people make a mistake. What's the final ratio D to F? Okay, the final ratio actually is, so D to F, you're going to write, if F is 1, then D is actually 12. It's 12 to 1. So whoever wrote 1 to 12, do you see you got tricked there? Do you see you got tricked there? D is the one that's bigger. Because look, D equals 12, and I put substitute F equals 1, I get D equals 12. So when F equals 1, D equals 12. So be very careful. That's why I included this question in the exam, in this live stream. Okay? Okay, let's move on. So be very careful. That's a 1 marker that you might have lost if you said 1 to 12, and that's why I put it in this live stream. Okay, next topic. Okay, so guys, please write this. Please write this a new topic if you're writing notes, similar shapes and solids. Please write this topic in your notes if you're writing notes. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Guys, give me 1 sec. Next topic is coming up right now. Let's start. Okay, guys, have you liked the video? Please like if you haven't liked yet. Okay, next topic, like we said, similar shapes and volumes. Okay, similar shapes is one thing. This is so straightforward. Everyone should know this. If this is 2 and 4, then, and these two are similar, if that's a 10, scale factor is what? Times 5. So that's going to be what? Times 5. That's become 20, right? So this is called similar shapes. This is different to what I'm about to show you next, which is area and volume. Okay? So similar shapes, you just use scale factor like that. But watch the following question that I'm about to show you now, okay? Below are two similar triangles. They gave you this is 10 and that's 20. Then they say the area of A is 20. What's the area of B? So guys, write in the chat what you think this is. So when you see a question like this, I've got length, area, volume. The length scale factor is clearly times 2. So I'm going to write 2 there. For what? Scale factor. But the area scale factor, good, I'm seeing the correct answers in the chat. The area scale factor is 2 squared, and the volume scale factor is 2 cubed. This is called the LAV table, okay? So because the area of A is 20 centimeters squared, I can't just do 20 centimeters squared times 2, that's wrong. I'm going to times it by, I look at my table, 2 squared, which is 4. Okay, so 20 times 4, which is 80 centimeters squared. Okay, and that's my answer for B. So again, people saying, oh, psi, yeah? The same guys that said psi said 40. So you guys, fries, yeah? Watch the live stream, don't get cocky. This is about being confident, don't get cocky. Okay, I saw someone say psi. Psi to you, mate. Okay, fries to you. Okay, Okay. In fact, let's just go to the, oh, I took my thing off. One more question on this, and we're going to go to the next topic because we need to zoom through topics. We're going to do the following question. LAV, again, scale factor 3 to 6, right? So that's a times 2. So what I'm going to do, whoa, add mods. Mods. Whoa. Mods, you guys need to, what's going on here? Mods.
Sorry.
Is there some beef in the, whoa, I don't know what's happening there. Guys, lock in, yeah? The mods, I thought the mods were locking in. I don't know what's happening there. What the hell? Guys, quickly on this one, yeah? I don't know what's happening there, but quickly on this one. Times 2. Get the answer before me. 2 squared, 2 cubed. This is basically the same thing. I don't know why I picked this question. My apologies. So what's the answer going to be? Surface area of B, you're going to do 210 times 4 instead this time. Okay, so that's what? 840. Okay, let's go to the next topic, yeah, because we don't have much time. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to go through both types of simultaneous equations, the easy one and the hard one, quadratic. So lock in on this, yeah? This is the lock-in time. Simple and quadratic. Okay, so lock in, guys. Quadratic, everyone makes a mistake, so you guys need to really stay focused on this, yeah? Don't be overconfident. Watch the live stream, pay attention as much as you can, and you're going to benefit immensely. So, okay, boom. This is simultaneous equation. Again, guys, if you want to make use of this live, try do this before me, yeah? Don't take detailed notes of what I'm writing. This same question, just try get it before me. If you've got two simultaneous equations, what are you going to do? We're going to try and make it either the x's are the same or the y's the same. X is the same or the y is the same, okay? How do you do that? For example, this has got a 1y, this has got a 3y. So I'm going to do what to equation 1? I'm going to times it by 3. And what do I get? 12x plus 3y equals, what's 26 times 3? I'm losing my mental maths skills here, 78. Okay, I'm going to keep equation 2 the same. 6x plus 3y equals 42. Once you've made the y's the same, what do you get? Once you make the y's the same, because they're both plus, I'm going to minus this equation by this equation. So 12x take away 6x, I get 6x, 3y's cancel out, 78 take away 42 is 36, divide both sides by 6, x equals 6. And can I go on to the next question now? Guys, can I go to the next question, or am I finished? Good, good. I'm seeing people say y equals. Okay, so once you got x equals 6, plug that back in to either the first equation or the second equation. Okay, so I got 4x plus y equals 26. I'm plugging x equals 6 into there. So 4 times 6 plus y equals 26. So 24 plus y equals 26. Take away 24 both sides. Y equals 2. And that's it. Once you got x equals 6 and y equals 2, that's your simultaneous equation. Done. Okay, next topic, quadratic simultaneous equation. This is very hard, so please lock in, guys. And we're about to do quadratic simultaneous equations. Do you guys know what to do, yeah? Okay, not this topic, sorry, next topic. Because quadratic, I need to actually like... Okay, guys, boom. This is quadratic simultaneous equations. Okay, let's go. Again, if you already know how to do this, try to do this before me. If you've got a quadratic simultaneous equation, again, label them. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. You're going to do the following. you're going to do the following, okay? The simpler equation, which is equation number 2, okay? You're going to make either the x the subject or the y the subject. So here, what's it easier to make the subject? I'm going to make x the subject, okay? I'm going to plus y to both sides, okay? And what do I get if I do that? I get 3 plus y equals x. Do you see? Or another way of writing this is just x equals y plus 3. Okay, that's my first step. This is my step 1, is make x or y the subject of the easier equation. Okay, step 2. Step 2 is, once you've made x or y the subject of the easier equation, you're going to plug that into the harder equation, which is of course the first one. X squared plus y squared equals 17. So guys, how are we going to plug this in? So look, it says x equals y plus 3. So whenever you see an x, we're going to write bracket y plus 3 instead. So this becomes y plus 3 squared plus y squared equals 17. So that's what I mean by plug. You substitute it in. Okay? Someone go in there. Check out what it's saying.
Just close the light, close the light.
Oh, close the light. Okay, my bad. So, once I've got this, I'm going to, guys, solve this before me. I'm going to expand this out. So y plus 3 plus y squared equals 17. Expand this out. Y squared plus 3y plus 3y plus 9 plus y squared equals 17. Solve this. So y squared plus y squared, 2y squared plus 3y plus 3y, 6y plus 9 equals 17. So if I'm going really fast. Okay, guys, how do you solve this quadratic? A lot of people flop this. Once you get to this stage, what do you need to do, guys? How do you solve this, guys? Can you tell me what to do once I get to this stage? You need to make, if you have a quadratic, you need to make one of the sides equal 0. Okay, so I can't just factorize this. I need to bring the 17 over first, make it equal 0 first, and then solve it. Good. Equals 0. Very good. I like what I'm seeing. You guys are smart. I like that. You guys are smart. I like that. Okay, once you got this, what do? You solve this. How do you solve this? There's so many ways. Because it's all divided by 2, because it's all divisible by 2, I'm going to divide both sides by 2. I get this. And now this is very easy to solve. This becomes what? Factors of minus 4 is minus 4 times, 4 times minus 1 to give you plus 3. So the final answer will be y plus 4 bracket y minus 1 equals 0. So then your final answers for y is what? Y equals opposite minus 4 and y equals opposite plus 1. Okay, guys, if this is a 4-mark question, you've got 3 marks. If this is a 4-mark question, you've got 3 marks. How do you get the 4th mark? How do you get the 4th mark, guys? Plug your y's back into when you made x the subject. Okay, so x equals y plus 3. Plug y's back in. So x equals minus 4 plus 3, which is minus 1. And x equals 1 plus 3, which is 4. And there you have it. X equals minus 1 and 4. And y equals minus 4 and 1. Boys and girls, we've done quadratic simultaneous equations. If I do make a mistake, let me know in the chat. If I do make a mistake, let me know in the chat. This is a grade 9 topic, by the way. So if you understood that, you're on a very good track to do what? Get a grade 7, 8 or 9 in the chat. Okay, in the exam, sorry. So this is very good. This is very, oh no, mods. Oh my God, mods. Oh, chill out, man. What are you guys doing?
Sorry.
You guys need to mod. You guys need to mod. Oh my God. Moderators. Guys, 1 second here. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to sort this out. I don't know what's going on. My God. I don't know what's happening today. I think the maths is getting them very excited. I think the maths is getting them too excited. I don't know. This didn't happen in biology. I think there's gonna maybe chemistry gets the mods excited. I don't know. Hopefully they sort themselves out. And we're gonna go to the next topic. We're gonna go to the next topic. Okay, what's the next topic, chat? What's the next topic? Oh my God. Fractional and negative indices. Okay, we're going quick. Write this down. This is the next topic. Write this down, yeah? This is the next topic. Okay. Example number 1. Fractional and negative indices. These are basically when you have something to the power of something, but the something is either a fraction or a negative number. So 3 squared, for example, everyone knows what that is. 9. It's 3 times 3. But when you have stuff like this, where the power is weird, this is what is going to come up in your paper 1 most likely, okay? So if you have 25 to the power of half, good, everyone's saying the right answer. This is the same thing as saying square root 25, which is 5. Okay? If you had 8 to the power of a third, this is what? Cube root 8, which is 2. So this is what fractions mean. It means surds. Yeah, it means root. And we're going to look at surds properly as well. Okay? Okay, guys. Next one. If you have a minus, what does that mean? If you have a minus, what does that mean? This means, so the minus means 1 over. And then you carry on the 7 squared. So if you ever see a minus, it means 1 over. Whoever wrote 1 over 14, I'm a jelly boy, you're a silly boy. That's not the real answer. This is 1 over 49. Good. Most people are right in this. Okay? Okay, next question. Okay, now look at this. This is a bit harder now. You've got a fraction, but the top of the fraction has also a number. So what does this become? We need to go step by step. I'm going to do the over 3 thing first, which we saw right at the beginning, right? So just the same way how 8 to the 1 over 3 is cube root 8, which is 2. Yeah, I'm going to do cube root of 27 first. Okay, which is what? Which is 3. And then I'm going to do the 2 on top, which is the squared. Okay, 9. Very good, boys and girls. Very good. Foundation is on the TikTok live, boys and girls. Foundation is on the live. I mean the TikTok live. Next one. So now we've combined all 3 things. Okay, we've combined all 3 things. Let's try to get this before me. So I'm going to do the over 2 first, which is what? Square root 2. Okay, then I'm going to do the 3, which is the cubed, and then I'm going to do the minus, which is 1 over. Okay, if you can think about like that in the exam, then you're very on track to do something good, which is 1 over square root 4 is 2, then you cube it, and then you get 1 over 8. Well done, boys and girls. Excellent. Well done. I think there's the last one now. Here we go, the last one. Actually, is there a harder one? Yeah, let's do this one. This one's harder. If you've got something crazy like this, okay, who can do this before me? If you can do something crazy like this, then fair enough. You're on track for a good grade. We're going to do the following. We're going to do the over 3 first. Okay, which is for both the 27 and the 64. So cube root of 27 over cube root of 64. Okay, which is what? 3 over 4, isn't it? Yeah. Then, okay, I've done the 3. Then I'm going to do the squared. Okay, which is what? 3 squared, 4 squared. 9 over 16. Okay, I've done the 2. Now finally do the minus. Okay, so 9 over 16 to the minus 1. What do you do when you have a fraction and it's a minus power? You flip it. 16/9. Excellent. Very good. I'll be honest, you guys are pretty good, you know. You guys are very good. Well done. Next topic. Let's go. Next topic. Tree diagrams. I mean, you don't need to make detailed notes on this. I'm just going to show you something that a lot of people get wrong on this. Yeah, that's the main thing about I want to go through in tree diagrams. Yeah, we're not going to go through it properly. If you have a tree diagram, of course, you times as you go along. What's the probability of winning both games? So win-win is 0.7 times 0.7. Okay, which is 0.49. Okay. Okay, imagine they say this. What's the probability of winning exactly one game? So when you have something like this, exactly one game means either you win and then lose, or you lose and then win. So win, lose is 0.7 times 0.3. And then lose, win is 0.3 times 0.7. What do you do with these two separate probabilities? You add them together. You add them together. Yeah? You add them together. You know those guys that say, oh, this is too easy, this is too easy, and then they flop the question. I find that so funny. Okay, guys, you add them together. Okay? Oh, this is just 0.21, my bad. I say that as I flopped the calculation first. Okay, and then you add them together, 0.42. Okay? So why am I showing you these guys? Just because it's an easy topic, but lots of students get this wrong. I'm going to skip this and go straight to Venn diagrams, okay? Okay, Venn diagrams. Again, just a quick, easy question on this. Here we've got the power set, okay? Here we've got another set C, and here we've got another set D. Draw a Venn diagram for this question. Again, if you've got pen and paper, try to do this before me. You're going to draw a big diagram like this, and you're going to always start from the middle. You're always going to start, what the hell? You're going to start from the middle. Okay, so from this big power set, what are the multiples of 4 and 6 that come together, right? It's probably easy to just do 4, 16, do C and D first, right? So C equals 4, 8, 12, 16, yeah? D equals 6, 12, 18. Okay, what intersects between C and D? Clearly just the 12. Okay, so I'm going to put 12 in the middle. So that 12 is done now. Okay, and then I'm going to put the rest. So this is C and D, 4, 8, 16. If that's D, 6 and 18. And then all the other numbers you're going to put on the outside. So everyone forgets the outside, hence why I did this question, because everyone forgets the outside. Okay. Okay. Next topic. Oh, guys, I don't know why, but I don't know what it is, but feeling a bit sick. I'm feeling a bit Eastern European right now. Feeling like I want some grush, some Albanian food. I don't know what. I don't know what it is.
Ladies with gentle hands, we are back. So, first things first, we'll go through circle theorems. Now, the first circle theorem is, in my opinion, the easiest one. So if you don't get this, you're a big time chud. So, a radius and a tangent, they meet. What is a radius? A radius is anything from the center of the circle to the edge. Okay, so that is what the radius is, and a tangent is a line that goes outside the circle, touches it once. When these two meet, right angle, banging. So what is the angle x? Well, that little angle in there is going to be a right angle. So angles in a triangle, you should know, add up to 180. So 30 plus 90, 120. 180 minus 120 is 60. Isn't that banging? Okay, so this is your right angle, so this will be 60. Okay, so let's move on to the next part, which is angles in the same segment. So what is a segment? A segment is just, let me show you this little piece of area. Okay, so if I was to draw, for example, a segment here, the angles in the same segment are the same. Okay, so we are going to go through. It's like a bow tie. Okay, I'm not wearing a bow tie today. It's only a tie thing. Don't watch that. So in this case, these two are going to be the same. So that's going to be 70 as well. Am I correct? Exactly, I am. So angle in a semicircle is always 90 degrees. What is a semicircle? It's literally half a circle. If you didn't know that, you're a chud. And now that line that crosses the whole thing is what we call a diameter. So when we make a triangle with this, it is 90 degrees. Okay, number 4. Let's keep this going. Two tangents from the same point are equal in length. Now, what these examiners love doing is they love when, let me see, like this question right here. Wow, this question is juicy. It's juicy. Why? Because when two tangents meet and they create that triangle, what sort of a triangle is this? What sort of a triangle is this? Right, I'm not seeing no answers in the chat. Chat is on a sleeping thing today. Chat is on a sleeping thing today. Not equilateral. The man that say equilateral, yeah, you guys need to be listening harder. Equilateral. Why am I seeing equilateral? Why am I seeing an equilateral? You guys are chuds. If you say equilateral, you're a chud. Yes, isosceles. Now, the thing about an isosceles triangle is that an isosceles triangle has the same base angles. So that's going to be also a little 65 angle. Very nice. Angles in a triangle add up to make 180. So this is just going to be 65 plus 65, which is 130. 180 minus 130 is 50. Come. Now, opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. This is the 5th circle theorem. Now, the thing about this one is that all the vertices, so the corners, need to be touching the circle. If sometimes, right, sometimes they're not always touching the end of the circle. So sometimes they touch like the middle. Okay, so what happens there is that won't be a cyclic. Now, in this case, as you can see, the opposite angles add up to make 180. Okay, so if opposite angles add up to make 180, the x and the 75 have to add up to make 180. So to find x, you just do 180 minus 75. Okay, so, and that just means that this answer is 105. Beautiful. Now, this one is another nice one, is that the angle at the center is always going to be twice the angle at the circumference. So the circumference is, of course, the edge, and the middle is, of course, the middle. Okay, so if this angle is half of this angle, for example, in this case, my angle at the center is 80. So what is my angle at the circumference, guys? What is my angle at the circumference? Can't lie. 40, 40, well done, well done. I can't lie, you guys have a bit of like, okay, who said 160? See, that's a very, very common mistake. Some guy said 6'7", he needs to be kicked out. Mods, do something about that guy. So 80 divided by 2 is 40, because remember, the middle, so the center, is always going to be double the angle at the edge, so the angle at the top in this case. So if 80 is double of x, x must be half of 80, which is 40. Okay, ultimate segment theorem. This one, in my opinion, is very hard to grasp at first. Okay, so it says when one point of a triangle is inside the circle and is met by a tangent, this sets up the alternate segment theorem. So that just means you just need to remember that these angles are the same. So lock in, guys, lock in. These angles are always going to be the same. The green angles are always going to be the same. The red angles are always going to be the same. Okay? So, as you can see, x will be the same as 75, and the angle is going to be at 75. So, I want you guys right now to take a screenshot. Don't take a screenshot of my face. I know I'm a mogger. I know I'm a Chad. Just don't take a screenshot of my face. Just take a screenshot of the circle theorems. Okay? That is banging. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, we'll do this question a different time. Okay, come. So, next topic that I'm going to do is cumulative frequency. Now, cumulative frequency, the word cumulative just means that you keep adding it on. So, we're going to roll and we're going to say that, okay, so what I like doing personally is I like creating another table and say that this is cumulative. So it starts off always at 16. Then the next one after that is 42. The next one after that is 65. The next one after that is 75. And the last one is 80. Now, modal class. What does mode mean, guys? What does mode mean? What is the meaning of mode? Most common. Well done. So which one's the most common? The one with the highest frequency. Lock in, chat. Lock in. So the modal class is this interval right here, 20 and 30. If you guys didn't know that, you're a bit fried. Oh, they already. I'm a chud as well. I forgot that there's another one. It's fine. So now, when we're drawing the cumulative frequency diagram, we always want to be plotting at the endpoint. So 20, so at 20, I'm gonna plot 16. At 30, I'm gonna plot 42. Not 26, 42, okay? And you just keep going. So at 20, it's gonna be 16. So that's gonna be, let's see, here. And then at 30, it's gonna be 42. So here. At 40, it's gonna be 65. Here. At 50, it's going to be 75 here, and then the last one is going to be 80 here. And all you do is you just draw a line of best fit through this. Okay? That's a S. I can't lie, that was very dry from me, but it's a, oh wow. I think I got arthritis, how dodgy my flipping line is. But that is how it should look like roughly. Okay? So we're going to keep it stepping. Median, guys. What is median? Median is the half. It's midway. Okay, so what's half of 80? 40. So us big brains, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to 40, go across to my chart diagram, go down, and that value is 29. So my median is 29. Okay, now it says interquartile range. Interquartile range is your upper quartile minus your lower quartile. Always. Upper quartile minus lower quartile, bosh, that is your answer. Upper quartile is 3/4 of your whole thing. Okay, so your whole frequency is going to be your upper quartile. So to find out the position of the upper quartile, you do 3/4 of the total, which is 80. What's 3/4 of 80? Quick maths. 60. Okay, so you go to 60, go across, go down, can't I forget the dotted line, that's 37. Then for the lower quartile, you do 1/4 of 80, which is 20. So you go to 20 now, you go across, go down, that's 22. So if my upper quartile is 37, my lower quartile is 22, you minus them, you get 15. Okay, banging, that is banging. So we're gonna move on as well. Okay, so next one on the list is box plots. So we're gonna do a bit of box plots as well. Box plots. Okay, so these are the main things that you need to know about the box plot. So the box plot, you need to know the minimum, the lower quartile, the upper quartile, the median, and of course the maximum. And what you're going to do is you're just going to draw some vertical lines at each of these points. So my minimum's at 10, so I'm just going to draw a vertical line at 10. Then my lower quartile's at 25, so I'm going to draw a vertical line at 25. Okay, then my median's at 30, another vertical line. 42, another vertical line. And maximum, another vertical line. Okay, so now what you do is between the first two, you are going to connect them like this. And between the last two, you're going to also connect them like this. And between the middle, guys, all you want to be doing is box it. Okay, like this. Okay, box it. Okay, banging. So, raw, how can I hear some guys say tung 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 plots? That guy is finito. That guy is absolutely finito. Alrighty, so now, as you can see, it says, okay, draw the box plot here, which is banging. We're going to do this question. Now, instead of it giving me the maximum, it gives me the range. How do I find range? What's range? What's range? Range. Quick thing, you guys are sleeping. The examiner don't wait for you. No. Yes, it's gonna be highest minus lowest. So the range is your maximum minus your minimum. So if I want to find my maximum from the range, I just add the range to the least amount, so to the minimum. So it will be 230 plus 60, which is 290, and that is my maximum. And I do the same thing. So I say that, okay, 60 is here. It doesn't matter how big your vertical lines are. Do not watch that. Lower quartile is 100. Median's 170. Upper quartile is 220. And your maximum is 290. And you do the same thing as I said earlier. So between the first two, you there, and then you box it up. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Okay, so bosh, and we're done. Now, we have another box plot here, and it says compare the amount of time the girls spent doing homework with the amount of time the boys spent doing homework. So this is for the boys. So what we're going to do is, there's only two things you need to compare here, okay? The two things is the median Oh, yes, I'm a chud. Yes, I did get it wrong. Yes, it's meant to be here. Yes. I understand it now. So this thing is like this. Yes, thank you to that 2 people in the chat. The rest of you that didn't clock it, well, you guys are chuds with me as well. So the 2 things you compare is the median and the ranges. So either the interquartile ranges or just the maximum minus minimum. Okay, so now if we look at it, this guy's got a higher median. So you explicitly say that it's going to be bigger. So you say that, okay, the boys have a higher median. Sometimes it does ask you, like, for actual values. Okay, so you have to say that the boys have this median, the girls have this median, boys is higher. And then for the range, you do need to calculate it. So let's calculate it here. So the range is already given us 230. So this is 250 minus 40. 250 minus 40 is 210. Quick maths again. So again, now it's the girls that have the higher range. So you say girls have higher range. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, banging. Okay, so let's see, what should we do next? What should we do next, guys? What should we do next? Okay. Ooh, I'm feeling a bit of. Ooh, okay. I feel, I'm smelling a bit of a bit of surds in there. Okay, we all love our roots. What are my roots? I come from like the streets of Albania, isn't it? So those are my roots. Anyways, so surds are just roots. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to see that, okay, that surds can be split. Okay, so how do I split them? So root 18, now I always need to be thinking, what is a squared number that can times to make 18? Well, I know that it's going to be 9. So this is going to be root 9 times root 2. And root 9 is just 3. So this is actually just 3 times root 2, which is 3 root 2. Boom. That's how we're going to do it. Now, when you have stuff like this as well, okay, like for example, when you multiply with numbers outside and inside the root, it's going to be the numbers outside that you multiply, so 9 times 5, which is 45, and then the roots, you multiply them as well, so 8 times 2 is 16, but I know that root of 16 is going to be 4, so this is actually just 45 times 4, which is 180, bang. So that's what we're going to be doing. And when you add roots, the number inside the root needs to be the same. Always needs to be the same. Okay, so in this case, we need to be changing this to either look like this or to the same root. So I know that maybe I need to change it into root 30. So root 30 times root what? Root 30 times root what makes 120? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Four, banging. So root 30 times 4, root 4, which is 2. And then this is going to be 2 root 30. And so 2 root 30 plus only a singular root 30. In front of the root is an imaginary 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Tree, guys, tree. So we're going to say that this is going to be 3 root 30. Okay? That is banging. Now, rationalization. Rationalizing is one of my favorite topics. Okay? So, what's going to happen is that you want to get rid of the root. We do not like roots on the bottom. We hate it. We despise it. So, what we say is we multiply both top and bottom by that root. So, we say that, okay, 1 times root 7 is going to be root 7. And then root 7 times root 7 is going to be root of 49, but root of 49 is 7. Okay, a little trick here is that whenever you multiply a root by itself, is always going to be the number inside that root. Always. Okay, and whenever you have stuff like this, okay, you always need to be thinking the opposite. So always going to be the opposite. So it's going to be, when I multiply top and bottom, I'm going to multiply it by 3 minus root 2 and the bottom by 3 minus root 2. Of course, anything times 1 is going to be itself. Okay, so this is going to be 3 minus root 2. However, the bottom bit, how would I multiply that? It's like expanding brackets. Okay, so it's like expanding double brackets. So it's one of these ones. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times minus root 2 is minus 3 root 2. Root 2 times 3 is plus 3 root 2. And then root 2 times minus root 2, remember what I said? Anytime you times the root by itself is always itself. So it's going to be minus 2. This guy and this guy, bye-bye, they cancel out. 9 minus 2 is 7. And that is my final answer. Okay? All right, guys, that's banging. Let's move on to another techie topic. Okay? So, should we move on to this? Okay, banging. So, functions. Now, functions is a top topic. That's our top tier topic. Okay, functions, yeah, is one of them ones that always catches the fake guys. It catches the fake guys out because they think, oh, I'm too smart, this is too easy, and they just don't know. They just don't know it. So, function f of x, it just means a function of x, so it's just an equation at the end of the day. Okay, same with g. So when it says work out what f of 1 is, it just means plug in 1 instead of x. So that's going to be 3 times 1 squared which is, well, 1 squared is 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. Then fg of 2. Now with fg of 2, you always want to be doing this part first. So always do g of 2 first. Okay? So g of 2 is going to be 2 times 2 minus 1, which is 4 minus 1, which is 3. And then that answer, you're now going to plug it into the f equation. So now it's going to be 3 times 3 squared. So 3 times 9, which is 27. And it's the same with question C, because question C is now just the other way around. So would it not be that f of 2, we do that first, so we plug in 2 into the function of f, and then vice versa. We then plug that answer into G. Okay? So now let's look at part D, E, and F. So part D is simply put gf of x. So gf of x simply means substitute this equation, okay, into the equation of g instead of x. Now that seems like a lot, isn't it? But let's do it together. So what was it? Gf of x. Okay, remember that f of x is 3x squared, g of x is 2x minus 1. So would it not be 2 times 3x squared minus 1? So it's in the form of the g equation, but I'm just chucking in the f equation. Okay, so it would just be 6x squared minus 1. And that is the answer. Okay, now it says work out g of x equals 5. So all you need to do for this question is make the equation equal to 5. So the g equation, make it equal to 5, and you solve to find x. Simple thing. You add 1 to both sides, divide by 2 on both sides, done. Okay, now f, okay, f is writing an inverse. Now the inverse is a bit higher Q for some. It's a bit higher Q for some. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, we're going to let y, just y equal 3x squared. Why y? Because you know how our equations are y equals mx plus c? We can do the same thing. We can just say, okay, let y equal 3x squared, and we rearrange to find what x is on its own. So the first thing I do is divide by 3. And to get rid of the squared, I square root. And in the end, my answer, I always swap the x and the y. So x over 3. Done. Functions made easy. Come on, guys. Come on. This is nice stuff. We love this. Okay? We love when we see questions like this. We love it. Okay? What should we do next? Let's see. What's on the agenda? Ooh, some good topics here. Some spicy topics in here. Ooh. Okay. So this thing is gonna be very, very nice. Okay? Quadratic inequalities. Okay? Okay. So what we're gonna do with this now, quadratic inequalities is like solving a normal quadratic equation. Okay, so in this case, they've already factorized it for us. If they've already factorized it for us, okay, we're gonna bumper class it, yeah, by literally finding what x is. So x would be 0 and x would be 2. Now, this is not your final answer. Like, bare people just leave it here and say, job done. No, job's not finished, like Kobe. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna draw the graph for you guys so you guys can see what I mean. So this is 0, this is 2. And you want it to be bigger than 0. When is it bigger than 0? It's always bigger than 0 when you are above the x-axis. So on this side and this side. So when x is less than 0 or x is greater than 2. Now the best way to remember it is just by looking at the sign. Okay? If you look at the sign and you see a greater than, okay, just before you solve it, if you just see that it's a greater than, remember this for the rest of your life, it's always going to be less than the smaller answer or greater than the bigger answer. That is it. Less than the smaller answer, greater than the bigger answer. Always, always. okay? And vice versa for the less than 0. If you see less than 0, it's always going to be in between the two values. So it's going to be like 0x2, okay? Now, let's look at this question where we actually have to factorize it, okay? Now, what we're going to do is, well, when you factorize stuff, it's always going to be 2 numbers at times to make this, but add to make this. So 2 numbers at times to make 3, add to make 4, light ting, easy ting, x plus 3, x plus 1, less than 0. You first find the solutions. So x equals minus 1, x equals minus 3. And remember, it's less than 0. So it's going to be in between these two values. Okay? So it's going to be minus 3, x minus 1. Bosh. Okay? That is quadratic inequalities. Bro, like, this stuff is easy for us. We're going to make this easy for you guys. Okay? We're going to get lit. But guys, I don't know what's going on in my chest. I'm feeling bare fishy right now. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm waddling like a fish right now. I don't know what's going on.
Boys and girls, I'm back. I don't know what happened there, but I just felt very Albanian for about 20 minutes. Now I'm back to my Bengali roots. I don't know what happened, how that happened, but that happens for some reason in the life. Guys, just to let you know, we do these live streams for every single science exam and maths exam. What we're going to do is we're going to let you in a very special secret. We've got so many topics that we're going to cover. We've got proofs coming up, vectors coming up, histograms coming up. We're going to try to do all of this before 10 p.m., okay? We're going to be really fast. So make sure you're locked in and make sure you're listening. Just a little message from myself and the admins. If you go to the link that we've put in the chat right now, examqa.card.co, we've got a special discount for our exam season package. If you write livestream 30, you get £30 off our exam season 2026 package, okay? So all the slides that Mohammed uses, all the worksheet that I use, all the slides that I use, okay? You can get this for literally only, so I'm gonna write live stream 30, apply, bang. You get this for £29, okay? So if you go to the link right now, okay, or after the live stream is finished, okay, it's probably going to expire during midnight, and you use this code, okay, you get all the resources that we use in our live streams, okay? So I'll just show you a couple of them. Especially the science ones, they really have been worked on for many years to get it to the level that it's at now, okay? For maths, bio, and chemistry, and physics, sorry. So just a bit of a sneak peek what the platform looks like. You might be thinking, what is the point of getting exam season package at this point? The thing is, you still got all your paper ones left, right? In our lives, we managed to teach you like pretty much the entire of a paper in one night. So if you had these slides for yourself and you had it for more than just one night, you had it for many nights, think about what you can do in paper 1 of chemistry. Think about what you can do for paper 2 of bio. Okay, so this is our exam season package. Use code livestream30 and you can get all the slides that we use, all the resources that we use for yourself. Okay, use it while the code is still active. Trust me, people have used these codes and people have used these slides and they've gone from their grade 5 to the grade 7. Yeah, that pushed them. Just one night. You can literally learn the entire of a paper in just one night. That's our claim. It's tried and tested. Use the link in the chat that's been put for now. And I'm going to go back to my topics. Thank you very much, admins, for putting that. So, guys, use that before the end of tonight, or use it in the morning if you can, if the code is still there. But let's carry on with the program. Okay. So everyone's asking for quite a few topics, right? Everyone's asking for quite a few topics. So I'm going to do proof, and then I'm going to do vector proof. I'm going to do proof, and then I'm going to do vector proof. Okay, so that's the itinerary right now. Proof and then vector proof. Okay, so make sure you guys are locked in. We're going to really try to aim to wrap this up at around 10 p.m. So make sure you're locked in, please. Okay. Okay, so let's start. Proof is a very strange topic for most people, but again, if you already know how to do this, then that's a good thing, right? So I'm going to show you the following. With proof, you need to think of it like this. There's even numbers and there's odd numbers. There's even numbers and then there's odd numbers. If you want to represent an even number, you write it as 2 times something, right? If you want to write an odd number, you write it as 2n, and then you write plus or minus something. Okay, so, and what is that something? That something needs to also be odd. Why is that the case? It's because even plus an odd number is always odd. Okay, so that's the general rule, that's the principle of proof. Even is 2n, odd is 2n. These are some things you have to know for yourself as well. So even plus even is always even plus odd is always odd, and odd plus odd is always even. Okay? So, what is the next part of proof? You've got consecutive numbers. Okay? So this has to be installed in your brain, even and odd. This doesn't have to be +1, by the way. Remember what we said, it can be plus anything odd. So it can even be a +3, it could be a -1, as long as that second number is odd. Consecutive numbers means, if I got 5, for example, right? What's consecutive to 5? 6 and 4. If I got 10, what's consecutive to 10? 11 and 9. So if I've got a general number and I want to write it as an algebra, what's consecutive to n? n plus 1 and n minus 1. Okay? n plus 1 and n minus 1. That's what it means to be consecutive, yeah? It's just the next number and the previous number, +1 and -1. Okay, what if they say, can you write consecutive even numbers? So consecutive even numbers, remember, what do we say an even number is? 2n, okay? What's consecutive even numbers? Okay, think about it. If I have 10, a consecutive even number to that would be 12 and 8, right? So how do you write that? How do you represent that in algebra? If you have an even number 2n, the consecutive even number will be 2n plus 2 and 2n minus 2. Okay, so we're just working on the basics, the fundamentals, and we're going to do an exam question on this. Okay, consecutive odd numbers will be what? Start with the odd number, 2n plus 1, or will be consecutive to it. Again, just think about actual odd numbers. 13 and 9 would be consecutive to 11. So I've got 2n plus 3 and 2n minus 1 for consecutive odd numbers. Okay, because that'll be a +2 and a -2. Okay, let's apply all of what we just done into an actual exam question. Okay, let's put all of this into an actual exam question. The next topic, or not next topic, so the next part is literally going to be, whoa, what's going on there? What on earth? That's very good. It's getting active. This is what you guys should be doing right now. Yeah, to wake yourself up for this live stream. This is what you should be doing right now, together. Yeah, find your friend and do that. That's very good. I rate that. They've done about 20 there. That's amazing stuff. Carry on, boys. Well done. Very good. Thank you. What does an actual proof question look like? An actual proof question will look like this. Okay, show that this is always odd. Okay, what does that mean? That means the following. I'm just going to expand this out. Okay, I'm going to expand this out. And let's see what happens. Bang, 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 bang. 8n squared plus 2n plus 4n plus 1. Okay, that simplifies to 8n squared plus 6n plus 1. Okay, how do I show that this is odd? How do I show that this is odd? Remember what we said before, an odd number is always something like this, right? An even plus an odd. So if I can get that even bit and odd bit separated, I've proved it, and watch this. I can factorize out 2 from the first two things, so that becomes 4n squared plus 3n close bracket. And then I've got the extra plus 1 there. As soon as you've written this, you've proved that it's odd. As soon as you've written this, you've proved it's odd. You don't need to write any more words. That's even plus odd. It's always odd. Even plus odd is always odd. Okay, so that's what proof actually looks like in an exam question. I'm going to do maybe one more, maybe proof type question. And then we're going to go to the big stuff. Show that n squared plus 6n plus 9 is always a square number. Okay, if you're confused, just expand or factorize. What is the factors of 9? 3 times 3 gives you plus 6. So that factorizes to n plus 3, n plus 3. And there you go, n plus 3 squared. That's actually the proof done. Square number, I managed to get that square there. Okay, we're going to do one more proof question and go straight to vector proofs, because the time is getting short. Okay, if you've got a big question like this, prove the difference of this. Okay, this is big. Prove the difference of, so something's being taken away. The squares of, so something's being squared. This is how you construct the question when you have a hard exam question like this. You don't just, I don't know what squares of 2 consecutive odd numbers are. You just go bit by bit, you build it up. So difference of, squares of, something's being squared, 2 consecutive odd numbers. So remember, we just defined what consecutive odd is. If this is odd, okay, 2n plus 1, what would be consecutive to it? 2n plus 3. Okay, so I'm going to write that now. So 2n plus 3 in that first one, and then 2n plus 1 in that second one. And now I've set it up, and now I have to prove that this is always a multiple of 8. So no problem, 8 it seems a bit strange, but no problem, you just do the algebra, and Bob should be your uncle by the end of it. Okay, Bob should be your uncle by the end of it. So expand it out, and simplify. Okay, so you should get 4n squared plus 6n plus 6n plus 9 minus. So here you need to be very careful. I'm going to write 4n squared plus 2n plus 1. But you see this second bracket, because it's after a minus, you need to make sure this is in brackets. Most people get this wrong. If you don't write the brackets, you're going to get it wrong. If you don't write the brackets, you're going to get this wrong. So be very careful, yeah? You have to write the brackets for that second half of the equation. So 4n squared plus 12n plus 9 minus, simplify that, 4n squared plus 4n plus 1. Okay, why does the brackets matter? Because look at this now. Because there's a minus bracket here, you pretend as if there's a minus 1 there, and you expand that out. Okay, so this stays the same. 4n squared plus 12n plus 9 minus 4n squared minus 4n minus 1. Now look what happens here. There's some magic that happens. 4n squared minus 4n squared cancels out. 12n minus 4n is 8n. Plus 9 minus 1 is plus 8. And wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. Prove that it's always a multiple of 8. 8 bracket n plus 1. Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle. I'm going to leave that there for 1 second, and we're going to start vector proof. Okay, guys, foundation is in the TikTok live. Foundation is in the TikTok live. Click the link that is pinned. Guys, if you're finding this hard, no problem. Don't write detailed notes. Remember, just watch this for understanding. We're going to post this live after as well. So any topics you found hard, we're going to put it with the timestamps. You can go back and watch that topic by yourself. Okay, so don't worry if it's too fast. Okay. Okay, next topic. Okay, let's start this. We've still got quite a few more topics, but let's try and get this out the way at least. We've still got quite a few topics, but let's get this out the way. Sine and cosine rule, those are all triangle stuff, so it's mostly not likely going to come up, okay? Yeah, we'll try to do trig graphs, all the different graph transformations, whatever. Let's start. Okay, vector proof. Are you guys locked in? Write this and let's start. Okay. Okay, first thing you need to know about vector proof is the basic stuff, right? So, even if you've never learned vectors before, watch this, you're going to understand vectors by the end of it. What is the vector for O to A? So when you have a question like this, remember vectors is all about alternative roots. Guys, remember to write the answers in the chat if you already know it. Alternative roots. Okay? So O to A, they've told me in the question. Okay, O to A is just A. So I'm going to write capital OA equals little a. You always want the little letters as your final answer. Okay? O to B. Okay, little b. But what if they say something strange like this? A to B. So look at this. Look at this. A, B. Right, guys, write the answer in the chat if you know this. Can you see that they have not given us a root here? They didn't say C. So I can't just say AB equals C. Yeah, because they didn't tell me that. So if they haven't told you it, what do? You look for an alternative route. Okay? Instead of going straight from A to B, I'm going to say AB is the same thing as A to O first. A to O first, and then O to B. Plus OB. Because look, I started at A, I ended up at B. Okay? It's like I went to I can't go straight to school. So I went to the chicken shop first. Fancies, and then I went to school after I went to the chicken shop. So AO, because it is backwards, because OA is positive A, because I'm going backwards, I'm going from A to O, I'm going to say minus A instead, plus B. Okay, so that's your final answer, minus A plus B. Okay, what would A be in this? What would AB be in this one? Or what's a better answer than that? What's a better question? What would BA be? Okay, so B to A, go back, minus 3B plus 2A. Minus 3B plus 2A. Okay, guys? Okay, next question. So if they say something like this, M is the midpoint of AB, find O to M. Again, another strange one, because O is here and M is there. So how am I supposed to go straight from O to M? Again, they haven't told me this. So no problem. Remember, vectors is all about alternative routes. O to M is the same thing as O to A first, O to A first, and then A to M. So AA plus AM. Guys, write this in the chat if you already know how to do this. OA plus AM. So what is OA equal to? 2A plus. What is AM equal to? Okay, another problem there. I don't know what AM is. So I'm going to go to the side and break down AM. AM is the same thing as, so look, they said AM is the midpoint of AB. M is the midpoint of AB. So would you agree that AM is half of AB? AM is half of AB. That's what they said. And I know what AB is now. You guys already know, are experts at this. AB is the same thing as minus 2A plus 3B. Okay. So what's the final answer, guys? Okay. So I'm going to just basically use that AM for here. So half minus 2A plus 3B. You could leave your answer like that. This technically is your final answer, but it's better to expand and simplify this. So I'm just going to expand that half. So half times minus 2A and a half times plus 3B. You're going to get minus 1A and plus 1.5b if you expand it out. Okay, and your final answer is 1a plus 1.5b. Okay, that's your final answer. Does that make sense, boys and girls? Okay, now let's get to the proof. If that makes sense, let's get to the real answer, the real question. I'm going to leave that there for 1 second. Yuck. Yuck, someone said yuck, £30 off. Wow. Guys, I can't believe we even gave £30 off. Do you know how much that package is? It's normally £149. And for exam season, we're literally giving it for £29. I mean, I don't even know who approved that, but fair enough, it's there. Take it as you can. Yeah, you can learn the entire specification in literally one night. I mean, I don't even know why we gave that. It should be illegal. Okay, watch this. Guys, this is the main kind of question they're going to give for vector proof. You've got a big diagram, okay, and it says show that NMC is a straight line. Big diagram, and it says show that NMC is a straight line. So even if you didn't understand anything about vectors, lock in what I'm about to say and you're going to understand it. If it ever says show that NMC is a straight line, you're going to do the following, okay? NMC, or if it said show that ABC is a straight line, you always do this. You always work out the first two letters. So if it said ABC, you work out AB, and then you work out the first and third letter. So then you work out AC. So for this question, because it says NMC, I'm going to work out NM, and then I'm going to work out NC. Okay, so let's do that, guys. Let's work out NM, and then let's work out NC. So this is a vector proof question. I'm going to show you step by step how to do this. So first step, N to M. Okay, what's N to M equal to? Again, I don't know the exact root, so you have to take alternative root. So NM is the same as long as I start from N and end up at M, I'm fine. NM is the same as NP plus PM. Okay, guys, lock in. NM is the same as NP plus PM, which is the same thing as NP. I already know, that's little b because they said it in the diagram, plus PM. What's PM? Okay, M is the midpoint of PB. They told me that. So I'm going to say PM is half of PB. And, okay, PM is half of PB. That makes sense, right? Because look, M is the midpoint, PB is all of that. So I break that down, B plus half. Okay, what is PB? Guys, I'm sure you already know this. PB is what? Minus 3B plus A. Do you see that? Minus 3B plus A. Minus 3B plus A. Okay, if you simplify that, what do you get? Minus 1.5b plus 0.5a equals, simplify that, you get minus 0.5b plus 0.5a. So I've done NM now. NM I've got. Yeah, NM I've got, guys. Did you guys understand that? So what's NC now? I'm going to try get NC. Guys, I'm going to try get NC now. NC equals start here. I'm going to go back to NA. So, oops. NA plus, and then what's AC the same thing as? Okay, this is a bit of an issue, but look at this. P is the midpoint of AC. B is the midpoint of AC. So, guys, that BC, if the AB is little a, then that means BC is also little a, because it's half-half. It's half-half. Does that make sense? So NA is minus 2B plus, and then AC is what? From there to there is 2A. And I've done NC. Guys, if this is a 6-mark question, I've got 5 out of 6 marks right now. If you're able to do what I just did and you're able to understand that, you've got 5 out of 6 marks for the hardest topic probably in GCSE maths. Okay? Look at this, guys. How do you get the final mark? Okay, you're going to compare NM and NC. So NM and NC, what's the difference? I got minus 0.5b plus 0.5a, and I've got minus 2b plus 2a. How NM, guys, just write this in the chat. How much bigger is NM compared to NC? What's the scale factor? What's the scale factor between NM and NC? How much do you have to times it by to get the NC? If you can get that number, that's your 6 out of 6. 4, good. Everyone's saying 4. Amazing. Factor of 4. So guys, if you write this equals, but write a 4 in front of NM, then that's it. You've got 6 out of 6 marks. NC is the same as 4 times NM. If you can write that statement, 6 out of 6 marks. Vector proof, done. Bob's your uncle. I need a tissue. I've got a tissue.
They're asking, is it pre-recorded?
Is this pre-recorded? Oh, it does say Tuesday 9th of Jan, isn't it? I don't know why it says that. I can show you my phone. My phone is mashed up though. But it says, look at it, says Wednesday 13th of May. Don't make fun of my phone, please. I dropped it recently. Wednesday 13th of May. Okay, guys. I'm going to go to the next topic. We're running out of time, so I'm going to really whiz through these topics, okay? I'm going to really whiz through these topics. But that is vector proof done. What does chud mean? I hope that's not some dangerous word. Someone was telling me to say some mad stuff. I'm trying not to say it.
Is it muted?
Huh? No, it's not muted. Okay, guys, next topic. Next topic we're going to go through, probably the hardest, second hardest topic there is. I'm going to go through perpendicular lines, parallel perpendicular lines, and equation of circle and tangents. Parallel and perpendicular lines and equation of circle and tangents. After that, we'll just do Q&A. After that, we'll just do Q&A in terms of which topics you guys want to do. Ballerina cappuccina. Someone was telling me to say that. Ballerina cappuccina. Is that a brain rot or is that just brain rot? I don't even know. Guys, use this before, it expires. Okay, so guys, write this down, yeah? We're going to do parallel and perpendicular lines, and then we're going to do equation of circle and tangents. Because they build off each other. We did quite a lot, to be fair. Okay. So guys, lock in, please. We need to get this code live stream off. Let me put that down there, actually. Guys, whoever bought the package, Mohammed said they might come to their house and then teach them and make a TikTok with them. Unless you're a girl, because I think that's GDPR issues. Okay, guys, watch this. A line A passes through the points 4,7 and 2,1. Find the equation of the line parallel to A that passes through 5,10. Okay, firstly, guys, do you even know how to work out the equation of this line? That's very important. How do you work out the equation of line A? What topic is this, guys? Guys, what is this topic called in maths? What is the equation for equation of a line? Write it in the chat, please. Y equals what? What's that noise? I think that was my laptop. Y equals mx plus c, good. Okay. I'm going to work out M and C. Okay, I'm going to work out M and C. You don't actually need to work out C for this question, but let's just work it out anyway, yeah? How do you work out M, chat? You're going to use gradient of a line. Change in Y over change in X. What is that equal to in this question? Okay, so let's call this X1. Let's call this Y1. Let's call this X2. Let's call that Y2. So this becomes 1 minus 7 over 2 minus 1, which is minus 6. That's wrong, no? Minus, yeah, no, it's fine. Did I make a mistake? 2 minus 4, sorry. 2 minus 4. So minus 6 over minus 2. What's minus 6 divided by minus 2, chat? is 3. So the gradient is 3. So for the line A, okay, I've got y equals 3x plus c. Chat, how do I work out plus c? You then plug in any coordinate into that line. Plug in any coordinate into that line. So I might plug in 2, 1 into y equals mx plus c. So how do I plug it in? Plug y in as 1, so 1 equals 3 times, plug x in as 2, plus c, and then you solve c, right? So 1 equals 6 plus c, take away 6 both sides, c equals minus 5. So your final answer is y equals 3x minus 5. So we did all that working out to find out the equation of line A. So you guys should technically know that by now. This is like a quite easy topic. If you didn't know that, I mean, that's guaranteed to come up in one of your papers, okay? Now let's do the actual question that this says. I'm going to put that here on the side. The question says, so that's line A. What is the equation of line A? Y equals 3x minus 5. But the question says, find the equation of the line parallel to A that passes through 5, 10. Guys, what does parallel mean? Parallel means if this is line A, if this is y equals 3x minus 5, a parallel line means a line that has the same gradient. Okay? Same gradient. So just like how this has m equals 3, my new black line also needs to have m equals 3. That's what parallel means. Parallel means same gradient. Okay? So guys, what is the equation of the line parallel to A? So I'm going to write y equals 3x plus c. How do I work out this plus c? Chat, you're going to plug in the new coordinate they've given us, which is 5, 10. Plug that into y equals 3x plus c. So 10 equals 3 times 5 plus c. So 10 equals 15 plus c, minus 15 both sides. C equals Bob's your uncle. C equals Bob's your uncle. C equals minus 5. So your final, oh, what? Is that just the same line? Interesting. So y equals 3x minus 5. Okay, that's parallel, chat. Okay, that's parallel. I'm going to show you perpendicular, and then I'm going to show you equation of a circle and tangent, and then we're going to leave it as Q&A because it's getting late. So what do we say? Parallel means what? Two lines have the same gradient. That's m equals 3, that's m equals 3. So what's perpendicular? What's perpendicular? If this is m equals 3, the perpendicular line will look like that, such that it's 90 degrees to it. And what will m be, chat? Chat, what's m? Did I get something wrong? Abdurrahim. The L me.
No.
Oh, it's fine.
Pepe's, is it?
Oh, Pepe's. The m is minus 1 over 3. So you have to remember that for perpendicular gradients, the gradient is minus 1 over. Okay? Or if it's a fraction, okay, so say the m is 2 over 5, the perpendicular line will be minus 5 over 2. So you flip it and make it negative. Or if it's already negative, you make it positive. So that's like your cases for parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay, guys? So let's do a quick question on this, and then let us also do circles and tangents. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to hit 10k, 100k subscribers by the end of this year. We need that silver plaque on the lives for next year, guys. Please subscribe so you can get the notifications for the night before live streams for science and maths. Okay, guys, let's do an actual question now for perpendicular. Okay, line A passes through the points 1, 5. So guys, try this question before me. Please try this question before me. See if you get the same line. See if you get the same line. If not, if you don't want to try, just watch this instead. Okay, line A. So line A passes through that. So equation of line A. We're going to do the same thing, right? Let's get the gradient. So a change in y over change in x equals 7 take away 5 over 5 take away 1, which is what? 2 over 4. So again, look, I've got a fraction this time. So it's going to be that flip the fraction thing. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to A that goes through minus 1, 7. So chat, the perpendicular line, I can start making it straight away. perpendicular line, we're going to have what? Y equals mx plus c. Chat, what's the m for the perpendicular line? Guys, what's the m for the perpendicular line? The moderators are laughing again. I think at least they're back on good terms. They're not going to fight this time. They're on good terms. Good. The m is, you flip the half, so it becomes 2 over 1, and you make it minus. But we know in maths that minus 2 over 1 is the same thing as minus 2. So y equals minus 2x plus c. Chat, how do I work out the plus c of this new line? Can you please tell me, chat? How do you work out the plus c of the new line? Plug in minus 1,7 into there. Okay, so 7 equals minus 2 times 1 plus c. Yeah, plug 7 in as y. So 7 equals minus 2 plus c. C equals plus 2 to both sides, 9. What's my final answer? Y equals minus 2x plus 9. Guys, that's perpendicular and parallel lines done. So now we're going to go to the big boss grade 9 topic. We're going to go to the big boss grade 9 topic, equation of circles and tangents. Is it minus 1? Did I do something wrong? Oh, it's minus 1. Yeah. Good. Thank you for spotting that. Yep. I plug minus 1 into here. So it should have been positive 2. Because minus 2 times minus 1 is positive 2. And then you minus 2 to both sides. And you should actually get c equals positive 5. My bad. Well done, whoever spotted that. You deserve a pat on the back. Give yourself... Oh, that reminds me of... Sorry. Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, guys, big topic right now. And then we're going to do Q&A after because there's not enough time to do the rest of the topic, unfortunately. Guys, if you don't know this topic, this is a grade 9 topic. Yeah? So, watch this. If you understand this, wow, 6 out of 6 marks. You got so many marks, even though you didn't even understand this topic the day before. That's amazing stuff. Okay? Watch this, guys. Let's lock in. So what's going to happen is they're going to give you an equation of a circle. So sometimes the circle, they might say x squared plus y squared equals 25. This is normally the form of the circle, okay? If you've got x squared plus y squared equals something. That something is always the radius squared, okay? So this circle I've drawn, okay, they say the equation of it is x squared plus y squared is 25. Okay. So what does that mean? The radius squared is 25. So what's the radius, chat? It's just 5. Okay. What does that mean if the radius is 5? It means that point is 5, that point is minus 5, that point is minus 5, that point is 5. So that's just a little thing you have to remember. So this question says, find the equation of the tangent at the point P. So you see this P here, okay? You see this P here, 4,3. They're saying, what is the equation of that line here, that tangent? Remember, you guys learned what tangent is in circular theorems, right? It's just a line that touches the circle once. Okay? Please memorize the following step, guys. First step. If you ever have a question like this, find the equation of the tangent at the point P. First step is the following. If the origin is O, you work out the gradient of O to P. This is the first step. Okay, so of course origin means 0, 0. So gradient of O to P. Guys, I've written the 2 coordinates there. So can you tell me what the coordinate is without me doing it first? Can you please tell me what the coordinate is? Sorry, the gradient, not the coordinate. What is triple T? I don't understand. Everyone's saying triple T or something. That's not a good one. I think 6, 7 would make more sense than that one. Okay, gradient is 3 take away 0 over 4 take away 0, which is 3 over 4, 3/4. Okay, that's the first step. Second step, gradient of tangent. Can you guys see this circle theorem? It's a circle theorem in disguise. I've got a radius, OP, and I've got a tangent at P. Guys, what does a gradient and a tangent meet at? What does a gradient and a tangent meet at, chat? 90 degrees. If it's 90 degrees, it's called a perpendicular line. So, the tangent is perpendicular to m equals 3 over 4. If the tangent is perpendicular to m equals 3 over 4, what is the gradient? What is the gradient of the tangent, chat? We just went through this. Good, someone's saying it. You flip it and you make it minus. Okay, you flip it and you make it minus. Chat, last step, third step, equation of tangent. Equation of tangent. Y equals mx plus c. I've already worked out the m for y equals mx plus c. So I'm going to plug it in there. Y equals minus 4 over 3x plus c. And then how do I work out the plus c? Finally, you plug the coordinate they've given you into your x and y. Okay, so it becomes, and try to do, of course, this is a non-calculator paper, so you're going to try to do this without a calculator. So you get 3 equals minus 4 over 3 times 3 plus c. Chat, how do you do this without a calculator? So you're going to write 3 equals minus 4 over 3 times, you turn 3 into a fraction, 3 over 1 plus c. Okay, and then how do you do a fraction times fraction? You do the top times the top. So it becomes 3 equals minus 12 over 3 plus, am I doing this right? I think I'm doing it right, hopefully. Because minus 12 over 3 plus c. Okay, what is minus 12 over 3, chat? It's just 4. Good. So 3 equals minus 4 plus c. So plus, did I do something wrong, isn't it?
Swap the x.
Swap which one?
You plug in the.
Oh, I see. Good. I actually like the fact that you guys saw that. Because you know what that means, chat? That means you're not finished for tomorrow. Because if you're able to see a teacher's mistake, then that means you should be able to see your own mistake in the exam. Amazing. Do you see how I flipped that on you guys? That's called professionalism. So I'm plugging in the 4 and I'm plugging in the 3 there. Okay, so I'm just going to do this quickly because there's not enough time. But this becomes minus 16 over 3, I believe, plus c. And then plus 16 over 3 to both sides. Okay, so what is 3 over 1 plus 16 over 3 equals c? Okay, times the top and bottom by 3. You get 9 over 3 instead. Now you can add the tops because you have to make the bottoms the same. So c equals 25 over 3. Was that too quick, guys? Please write yes if you understood that. Please write yes if you understood that. Otherwise, apologies for that last bit where I messed it up. Okay, so the final answer is y equals minus 4 over 3x plus 25 over 3. Wow, there's actually a lot of yeses. That's good. So even though I messed up that last bit, you understood it. That means you're very locked in. Guys, it is 10:15. I'll be honest, that is very late. It's been 1:45. I mean, we could possibly go to 10:30, but you know, I'd rather do Q&A right now, to be honest, than go through the slides because it's getting very late. How was the foundation, guys?
I was alright, mate.
Yeah, it was good, yeah?
It was a little...
Come on, show us. Foundation and higher collide. This is crazy stuff here. Foundation and higher collide.
The sub-5s of the chance.
Oh, no, you can't call them that. Okay, guys.
Hopefully they were better than the
Guys, shall I end the live stream or should we carry on? You tell me.
do 160.
Guys, you have the exam tomorrow morning. You tell me how you're
Don't
feeling.
let the stream
Are you
hang.
tired? If you're tired, we'll call it a day. If you're tired, we'll call it a day. Otherwise, guys, tell me some topics you want to go through because I don't know what to do right now. I'm conflicted. They're saying carry on. They're saying carry on.
Look at this guy.
Put a poll on. Put a poll on. Put a poll on. Do they want to carry on or do they want to finish? Because I don't want to. If you got an exam in the morning, I don't want to make you guys oversleep and all this stuff. Do you know what I mean? And also put a poll. 2K likes and Musab will do a sui on the live.
That's mad.
2K likes and Musab will do a sui.
Calm down, mate. Calm down.
We'll do a double sui.
Whoa. How about your face, bro?
3K.
Too late, I'm too late.
3K. Okay, 3K likes and me and Ab and Musab will do a triple sui. 3K likes, we'll do triple sui.
3 for 3.
3K likes, triple sui. Okay, histograms. What else we got?
Right, they
I
really
remember
want
last
to carry
time.
on.
Who's spamming Musab is cooked?
Apparently, Mr. is cooked. Oh, your license. I have my license.
Okay, so we got a couple. Okay, let me write this down.
Musab in law still.
So we got a couple suggestions. We got histograms. Someone said sequences, but of course, sequences you've got linear, quadratic, and geometric. So that's not a bad shout. Geometric. There's actually 3 types. We can do that 1 minute. What did you say? Up. Complete the square. Complete the square. What else, chat? What else have we got? You can show them the jiu-jitsu gym.
Someone said, some people saying bearings.
Bearings, okay, fine, that's not a bad one.
Yeah, he's going outside. So no, it's not.
Does it not have 4G? Okay, these are the top 4. I think these are the top 4. Can we do this top 4 in 10 minutes? I think we can, to be fair, because 10 minutes means 2 hours.
Yeah, I've seen trig graphs.
Trig graphs, oh yeah, fair.
That's quick. Yeah.
Trig graphs, we can also pair that with the transformations.
Yeah.
Oh, we got trig, flipping out, you got trig exact values. Do I even remember them myself though?
You muted them up.
Okay, guys, I think we'll call that. That's all the topics we're gonna go through. Okay, let's go through these, and we're gonna call it a day. Yeah, guys. Last cheeky plug from myself. Remember what I said? No, you don't need to. Just put the thing. You go to examqa.car.co. You click the exam season package. You write live stream 30. Okay, this is gonna expire probably tonight after midnight. Okay, and you get access to all the slides. You can literally learn the entire spec in 1 night. Okay, that's why we're promoting this. We're not money hungry. We want to save your exams. That's what we were trying to do. We're the real save your exams. Okay, you get access to all the slides that we'll be having. That's just a cheeky plug for myself. Let's carry on. Okay, exact trig values. This is how you're going to remember exact trig values. Yeah, someone correct me if I'm wrong though, because this is how I think of it. The main trig values you need to know is 30, 45, and 60. Okay, you've got sine, cos, and tan. So you have to think about this when you're thinking, because basically so right now we're going through a topic called exact trig values. Okay, you have to know these values off by heart. Okay, it's an easy 1 mark. You have to know these values off by heart. Okay, so if they say what's sine 30 equal to, or if they say what's cos 30 equal to, okay, this is how you remember it. So for sine, all of it is over 2, over 2, over 2, over 2. Cos, all of it is over 2, over 2, over 2, over 2. For sine, as you go down, it becomes 1, 2, 3. And for cos, as you go down, it's opposite. 3, 2, 1. And then finally, you square root the tops. So square root, square root, square root, square root. 1 you technically also square root, but we know square root of 1 is just 1. And that's it, done. So what's cos of 30? Chat, root 3 over 2. Chat, with this system, can you tell me what sine 60 equals? What's sine 60 equal to, chat? Chat, what's sine 60 equal to? That's the easy 1 mark that you got now. Sine 60 equals what? Root 3 over 2. Excellent. Okay, does that make sense, chat? So you have to memorize these values. There's just an easy extra 1 mark that you get. That's how I memorize them. Over 2, over 2, over 2, over 2, over 2, over 2. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Square root of the tops. Okay, for tan it's slightly different. For tan, you just have to remember this. It starts with 1 over root 3. And then as you go to the next one, you keep timesing by root 3. So what's 1 over root 3 times root 3, chat? Okay, just think of the root 3 as over 1. It's root 3 over the root 3, which is just 1. And there was 1 times root 3, root 3. Okay, boom, that's trig values done. Exact trig values done. Next topic. Exact trig values done. Next topic. Okay, take a screenshot of that if you like. The mods are just spamming. You think that chat would be spamming? It's the mods.
That's east, what is it?
Okay, trig graphs, that's another big one. Okay, trig graphs, what do they even need to know about trig graphs? Do they just need to know the sketches? Do you know trig graphs? Do they just need to know the sketches?
They need to know the sketches.
and the values.
You know, 90, 180.
Okay, come. Okay, guys, memorize this. Y equals sine x, you need to know how to sketch this. Okay? You just have to memorize the sketch. It's so easy to memorize. It's just the night before. I mean, it's so easy to memorize this. Okay, it goes up to 1, it goes down to -1. And what do? You just draw from 0 down and then up like that. That's sine graph done. What are the values here? 90, 180, 270, 360. That's it. That's sine done. What does this graph even mean, by the way? It just means the following. For example, sine 90 equals, so you go to 90 on the graph, you go up, you go left, bang, there's 1. And we, of course, memorize the trig values. So if they said sine 45, yep, 45 is here, right? What would you say that's equal to? Of course, the graph is not going to tell you. You just have to memorize the values. But if you construct that table in your head, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, what's sine 45 equal to? Root 2 over 2. Okay, that's basically what the exact trig values kind of made you understand. Okay? Oh, who's saying 1 over 2? Seher Qureshi, wrong. That's sine 30. Yeah? Sine 30. Okay, so that's sine graph. Let's do the cos graph as well. Cos graph looks like... Do we need to do tan as well? What the hell? Is this GCSE or is this A level? Okay, I'm not going to pay that.
Yeah, they learn tan and exponential.
Okay, I'm going to surprise exponential. But I'll do cos and tan. Cos graph looks like this. So again, -1 to 1. -1 to 1. But instead of starting from here and going like that, you're starting from the top and then going down and up. Okay, that's the difference. For cos, you start from the 1 and then you go like that. Okay, what are the values? 90, 180, 270, it ends at 360. Okay, chat? So chat, what is cos? I'm going to ask you 2 questions. What's cos 180 equal to and what's cos 360 equal to? Can you tell me, based on this graph, what those 2 values should equal? Chat, tell me what you think it is. I feel like Kai Sanat. Keep saying chat, chat, chat. Is Kai Sanat finished now? He's doing
He's journaling now.
journaling.
Yeah, rediscovering himself.
-1 and 1. Very good. Good boys.
Good boys.
Is Ishan laughing being relatable? Chill out, man. What does laughing mean? We need to know that one. Andis. Ans. 1690. So what? You're 200 years old. 336. Guys, I'm not even that old. I'm literally like your age. Yeah? Okay, next topic. Okay, sorry. One more graph. Y equals tan x. Oh, do they really need to know this? Can I just phrase it?
Quick thing. Do the shape, bro.
Tan graph looks like this. Y-axis, x-axis, bang. It looks like that. 90 degrees there, minus 90 degrees there. And remember what we said about the tan values? 1 over root 3, then and then 1, and then root 3. For 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. Okay? So what does that mean? It means if they say what's tan 45, tan 45 is equal to 1. Okay, boom. Those are the 3 trig graphs you need to know. Okay, next topic. Take a screenshot of that because I'm going to the next topic. How much time we got left? 5 minutes. Okay, what can we do in 5 minutes from these? Okay, bearings quickly. I'm not going to go through bearings properly, but I'm just going to show you something about bearings you need to know. To be honest, we did it quite a lot, I think, in 2 hours. Okay, bearing. Oh my God, even the grade 9 students here, they get this wrong. So please watch this. If you think you're grade 9, you need to humble yourself. Watch this. I bet you didn't know this. Yeah. So even if you're grade 1 or grade 9, watch what I'm about to do. Bearings. Guys, we are forced to do this. Moderators, if you want your wage, you need to be careful what you say. If you want the money at the end of the month, you need to be careful here. Slums of Mumbai. Oh dear. Okay. No offense to any Indians. If there's any Indians in the chat, apologies. Indians, look, I love Indians. My whole set one was all Indians. I was the only Bengali there. Yeah, Indians are very smart. Very smart people. Gujarat, Mumbai, Kerala, amazing. Okay, bearings, there's two things you need to know. If it says work out, is Musab still doing it? Work out the bearing of A from B. That's actually different to working out the bearing of B from A. This is what every student gets confused with and they lose a mark even though they should have got the mark. So let's look at the difference. So I'm going to draw a line and I'm going to work out the two. I'm going to draw a line here. Look at this. A and B. I'm going to do the first one first. What is the bearing of A from B? You're going to do this. Where it's from, you're going to draw a north line. So I'm going to draw a north line at B. Where it's from, after that north line, you're going to go clockwise until you hit the line that you drew, connecting the two. That angle is the bearing of A from B. So can you see that's a big angle? That's maybe like 276 degrees, right? So you have to use a protractor or do some calculations, whatever. Look at the difference now. I'm going to draw the same thing. Bang. A, B. But look at the difference that this makes just from swapping these two letters. From A, I'm going to draw a north line. And then from that north line, I'm going to go clockwise until I hit the line. Bang. Can you see the difference? That's a reflex angle, and that's a what? Is that acute or obtuse? Can you please tell me, chat? Is this acute or obtuse? I didn't say parametric integration. Oh my God. You're in the wrong life. 60 degrees. But chat, if I wrote 60 degrees for the bearing, can I go on to the next question, or did I do something wrong here? Did I do something wrong if I wrote 60 degrees as the bearing, chat? Bro, how did you write a swear word? I thought we can... what, that stuff's muted. Oh, 060. Very good. Amazing. I don't think you guys are cooked, to be honest. You guys are very ready for tomorrow, I think, actually. Guys, it's 10:30. I don't think we should do any more topics. I don't know. What do you guys think? Can you put a poll, Abdurrahim?
Yeah.
Should we carry on or should we finish? Because it's getting late. I can't remember why I wrote those. Here it is. Complete the square sequence of histograms. Oh, that's too late to do that stuff.
That's the thing. Histograms.
Shit to the face.
It always comes up though.
In paper one though.
I'm not sure, to be honest. One of these ones. One of these ones.
I feel I'm gonna call it this though.
Always
Okay, histograms and then we're finished. Histograms and then we're finished. Histograms and then we're finished, lads. And then we'll do Q&A actually after. Q&A after the histograms. Okay, lads, lock in. This might be the last topic. This might be the last topic, chat. Please lock in right now. Okay? And buy our package as well. If you ever see a histogram question, just think of this equation. Frequency density equals frequency over class width. What is this? Frequency density equals frequency over class width. What does that mean? So I'm going to do the following. I've got some information about cars, I've got speed, I've got frequency. Part A, draw histogram on here. So I'm going to draw a new column called frequency density. For each column, for each row, sorry, I'm going to work it out. So how do I work it out? Okay, what's the first one? Remember what we said, frequency density is frequency, so 15, divided by class width. What's the class width of this first row? You just do 65, take away 60, that's 5. Frequency density is 3. Okay, frequency density of the next row, 25 divided by, what's the class width of that? 5 again. Frequency here is 36 divided by class width of that, this time it's changed, 10, 3.6. Final, 24 divided by class width of that, 20. 24 divided by 20 is what? I think 1.2. I think so. Okay, now that I've got the frequency densities, you're going to now sketch this. The y-axis is always frequency density. The y-axis is always frequency density. ZTZ. Whoever says ZTZ, I'm banning them. Now look at this. You have to write the y-axis yourself, the scale. So you're going to look closely at your frequency density and see what's the biggest frequency density I got. It's a 5. So how can I fit 5 as the top? Well, it's actually nicely done for me because there's 5 big boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's easy for me. And now you're going to sketch them. So 60 to 65, I'm going to go up to 3. So 60 to 65, I'm going to go up to 3. Like that. Of course, use a ruler. And then 65 to 70, I'm going to go up to 5. Use a ruler, of course. And then 70 to 80, I'm going to do 3.6. Use a ruler, don't do what I just did. And then lastly, 80 to 100, 1.2. Okay. Now, part B, work an estimate for the number of cars with a speed more than 85. I've drawn the histogram, that's fine. For part B, there's a lot of ways to do this. If they ever ask for estimate the number of anything, just remember on a histogram, area is frequency, or area is the number of things. So when they say number of cars with a speed more than 85, we're going to find 85 on here, and we're just going to work out that area above 85. Okay, so what's the area? So what's this width? That's 100 take away 85 is 15. What's the height? The height is 1.2. So you're just going to do 15 times 1.2, which is 18, I believe. Bang, that's histograms done. Boys and girls, buy the code, buy the live stream code right now. Live stream 30 is expiring tonight if you want to save your exams. Guys, final tips from myself. You have an exam in the morning. You don't want to stay up too late. It's better to wake up early than stay up all night and wake up at 8 a.m. instead for 9 p.m. exam, 9 a.m. exam. The questions are going to be lots of questions in the exam, 20 plus questions. Even if you feel like you don't understand how to answer the question, it does not matter, okay? It does not matter. I need you guys to do the following. Put any sort of working out in that space. If you leave a question blank, you're shooting yourself in the foot. I know students that deserve the grade 4. I know students that deserve the grade 4, but they ended up creating a grade 7 just because the questions they didn't know, they wrote some sort of working out on there. That's number one. Number two, guys, time is so important. In the exam, you want to be keeping an eye on the time. If you realize you're spending more than 5 minutes on a question and you're not writing anything, you're just thinking about it, you're doing something wrong. Time needs to be associated with writing. The longer you spend not writing, the less time you're going to have. You're going to end up going to the last 2-3 pages where there's a bunch of marks you could have got, but you only have 2 minutes left. What does that mean? When you have a question that you're finding really hard, you know how to do it, or you know you don't know how to do it, you put a circle on it, come back to it at the end. Don't waste time doing questions that you are going to spend a lot of time on, yeah? Literally, tonight, here's my advice to you. Get a clock from anywhere in your house, bring it down to your face, and literally just spend some time with it. This is the clock, this is you. Yeah? Become time. That's my advice. Spend some time with it. Have a coffee with it. Have a date with it tonight. You want to become the clock. You want to literally become time. You want to become time man. Yeah? That is the key to becoming grade 7, 8, and 9s. Trust me, this is not waffle. This is not something I just made out This is real life. This is real life advice that is going to get you those high grades, okay? Boys, that's my number 2 advice. My number 3 advice is this. Make dua. Say Bismillah before you open the exam. Do Rabbi's in your ilma, all of that stuff. There's a bunch of du'as you can do. Yeah, this is also the best advice you're going to have for number 3. That's my 3rd advice. Yeah, it's not in your hands. It's up to the Creator's hands. It's up to the God's hands. You know, you can do what you want, but you have to rely on God first and foremost in life. Yeah, even after the exam, you have to do the same thing, okay? 2 more advices, and we're going to leave it there. 4th advice is buy the exam season package, Livestream 20, Livestream 30 for £30 off. That's going to expire very soon. And 5th advice is the following. After the exam, maybe it's not best to speak to everyone, because even if you do bad in this exam, you've got paper 2 and 3 coming up. Maths is very special. You have 2 more papers. Science, you only have paper 1 and 2. Yeah, that's the weird thing about science. But maths, even if you flop this paper, you can still you can still revive your grades. I remember I did paper 1 and I flopped it, but I knew that, you know what, I'm just going to work even harder and I'm going to do paper 2 and 3 calculator even better than I did paper 1. Guess what happened, guys? I'm not an unc. I don't have grade 1 to 9, but I got A star. Okay, don't call me unc because I have letters. That's just how it was. It's not that far ago. Okay, you finished? Okay, fine. This is real advice. This is real stuff. This is real life. What was my 5th advice? I just forgot what I said. Oh yeah, don't speak to people after the exam. They're gonna demotivate you guys. Okay, they're gonna demotivate you. They're gonna discuss answers, and they're not the examiner. Okay, so it doesn't matter what they got and what you got. Just go home, go on to the next exam, and revise as much as you can. Okay, don't get demotivated. Those are my 5 advices that I have towards you guys. The exam season is still very early. You still got so much more exams. Don't get demotivated by paper 1. Don't get me demotivated by maths paper 1. Just try your best. Put it all on the paper. Leave it all there. Write a nice note to the examiner as well. I don't know, something like, oh, sorry for my handwriting, I love you so much. Maybe they're going to give you a bit more grades for that. You never know what's going to happen, yeah? Yeah, you want to make the examiner really nice. Write some very nice handwriting as well. Don't do scribbles. They're not going to be able to read what you're saying. Boys and girls, that's it. Done, finished. Please come. Give some last parting advice as well, because the people need you, they want you, and they're very stressful tomorrow.
I'll be honest. Nothing more than what Zishan already said. You just need to be confident. As I said, like in the first stream as well, just be confident going into that exam. I think confidence is the best thing for you. You can delude yourself to think that you're like the king of maths. You can go in, you're going to just like see the paper and start saying, oh, this is scrumptious, I'm going to start eating it. But you need to really, really be confident in your answers and go in and, in my opinion, just try your best, bro. Just try your best. At the end of the day, there's not much that you can change. Once you wrote the answers, I don't want you to basically be going back and doubting yourself. You really don't want that. So, in my opinion, just be confident. I think confidence is the most important. Try your best. Don't go to the back questions. If you go to the back questions, bro, it's not going to end nice for you. It's going to be a matting satting, and you're just going to... If you go... Start from the beginning. Beginning questions are easy. You'll gain a bit of confidence. The middle questions is where it starts getting a bit techie, but because you gain confidence in the first questions, you'll do well. And nothing much more than what Zishan said. Jump in the main lab, Musa. Jump in the main lab. So this is my foundation. This is the foundation. This is the foundation teacher. This is foundation teacher. Oh, why is he leaving?
The chart.
Okay, so he just left. He's a chart.
Okay, so we put in the admin team. We won't reveal that for paper 1. Might reveal that for paper 2 or 3.
Final paper.
Guys. The mods might reveal themselves in the later papers, guys. Okay, go to sleep, guys. Don't do an all-nighter. Very bad. Foundation. Mr. Foundation.
Wow, my students.
Mr. Foundation, come. We'll TikTok it as well. Give some, we know you're a grade 9 student. We know you've tutored grade 9 students. You got A-star yourself.
Wow.
Please give the people what they want. Some advice, some parting advice, anything that you think they benefit from.
It's all based on confidence, guys. Confidence is key. Going to that exam, assuming you're going to get a 9. You're going to get a 9. You're going into that exam to
Yes.
smash it. Smash it. Don't doubt yourselves, guys.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Zishan, Ab, they've taught you well. Wow,
The maths
you
team,
guys are going to
thank
do
you so
great.
much for the maths team from
Well, I'm
ExamQA.
tearing up.
Come on, come on.
Even though they're big enough different platforms in the maths live,
Woolsden Green, Woolsden Green, Woolsden Green.
Guys,
Woolsden
subscribe.
Green and Leytonstone. Leytonstone and Woolsden Green.
Subscribe, please.
Any Woolsden Green and Leytonstone students, shout out.
Make a poll to subscribe, yeah? Because we
Guys,
need
guys,
100k plaque.
subscribe or you see Elton outside your house.
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow, guys, wow. This is amazing.
amazing stuff.
Yeah, of course, timestamps have been added.
Timestamps being added. We're going to post the live right after this. With all the
Come
timestamps.
Woolsden
you can
Green,
go back
yes,
to,
Woolsden Green.
The topics that you need to
That
go
is the
to.
top centre.
This is the main thing we want to say
And
for today, though.
Leytonstone is also the top centre.
Yeah? Code live stream. That's all you need to
See you guys soon.
say as well, yeah?
Leytonstone. Leytonstone. Oh,
Sorry, Vero. Sorry, Vero.
Guys,
Leytonstone. Well done, guys. Well done, guys.
very good.
Very good. Amazing stuff, guys.
Oh, dear. I'm just going to do a
Bro, I'm
final
getting
plug.
abused in this life.
What they say?
Who's getting abused?
I just told me. This guy's beating on my dress.
How can some guys say yeah?
Guys, look at this. This is what you're getting with the £30 off discount, right? You're not just getting slides. You're getting all these resources. You're getting videos. You're getting slides. You're getting notes. These notes, right? These notes are the difference between, you know, a grade 5 and a grade 9. You can literally print these off before your exam and just read them in the morning. That's how useful these are. Our notes are like premium notes. Print them off and just read them maybe in the mornings, right? And we've sectioned them so nicely. Like, look at this, for example, right? This is paper 1 content. You've already done paper 1 content. So you're going to scroll down to paper 2 content. Yeah? You're going to click triple notes, maybe, right? You're going to print off these triple notes. Yeah? Yeah? These are the difference between grades. Trust me, guys, these are the difference between grades. It can change, it can transform your grades. Yeah? And all the slides that Muhammad uses, yeah, where it can literally make you learn an entire specification in one night. Imagine you had that to yourself. Imagine you were revising that with yourself. You can go at your own pace. You're revising at your own pace, making your own notes. That's what we're here to promote in terms of the code. If you don't buy it, no worries. We're not forcing anyone. We just highly recommend it because we do these slides every year. We know how much it helps students. And if you can make the difference between the grade 7 and grade 8, then why not? If you can make the difference between the grade 8 and grade 9, why not?